unmute yourself, it will work.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Prerna, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, there was a connectivity issue, and secondly, like I was not able to unmute myself.
Yes, no problem.
Okay. So good afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, the timer has ready. I've already specified the timing when the bell will ring. So we can now actually officially begin. So go right ahead, Priya.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to continue with Mahatma Gandhi's speech for Quit India movement. So here I begin. प्रस्ताव पर चर्चा शुरू करने से पहले मैं आप सभी के सामने एक या दो बात रखना चाहूंगा. मैं दो बातों को साफ साफ समझाना चाहूंगा और उन दो बातों में से हम सभी के लिए महत्वपूर्ण भी वो बातें मैं मानता हूँ. मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप सभी भी उन दो बातों को मेरे नजरिए से देखें, क्योंकि यदि अपने उन दोनों बातों को अपना लिया तो आप हमेशा आनंदित रहोगे. मैंने अपने आत्मसम्मान को नहीं बदला है. आज भी मैं अहिंसा से उतनी ही नफरत करता हूँ जितनी उस समय करता था, बल्कि मेरा बल तेजी से विकसित हो रहा है. मेरे वर्तमान प्रस्ताव और पहले के लेख और स्वभाव में कोई व्यभास नहीं है. वर्तमान जैसे मौके हर किसी को जिंदगी में नहीं आते हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी एक आदमी जिंदगी को जरूर आती है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप सभी इस बात को जानें और अहिंसा से ज्यादा शुद्ध और कुछ नहीं है. इस बात को मैं आज कह रहा हूँ और अहिंसा के मार्ग पर चल भी रहा हूँ. आजादी के बाद जो भी ताकत आएगी उसका संबंध भारत की जनता से होगा और भारत की जनता की यह निश्चित रहेगा कि उन्हें ये देश किसे सौंपना है. हो सकता है कि भारत की जनता अपने देश और पेरिस को सौंप सकती है. कांग्रेस सभी समुदायों को एक करना चाहता है या फिर उनको विभाजित करना चाहता है. आजादी के बाद भारत की जनता अपनी इच्छा अनुसार अपने देश को कमान संभालने के लिए चुन सकती है और उनके अनुसार ही चलना पड़ेगा. अब अंत में खुद के लिए बोलना चाहता हूँ. मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि मैंने कभी घृणा का अनुभव नहीं किया है, बल्कि मैं समझता हूँ कि मैं ब्रिटिशों के सबसे गहरे मित्रों में से एक हूँ. आज उनके अविचलित होने का एक ही कारण है, मेरी गहरी दोस्ती. मेरे दृष्टिकोण से वे फिलहाल नरक की कुगार पर बैठे हैं और यह मेरी कर्तव्य होगा कि उन्हें आने वाले खतरे की चुनौती दूं. इस समय जहां मैं अपने जीवन के सबसे बड़े संघर्ष में शुरुआत कर रहा हूं, मैं नहीं चाहता हूं कि किसी को भी अपने मन किसी के लिए भी घृणा का निर्माण हो. शुक्रिया.
Thank you for a lovely performance, Prerna. Coming up next is CC10. CC010.
Yep, I'm here. Hello?
Yes, Azad, I can hear you. You can go right ahead.
Oh, so I have a thing to ask, like a couple of things to ask. Hello?
Yeah.
So is there some negative marking if I go about 2 minutes or like 2 minutes 10 seconds?
There will be consequences.
Okay, so like what is the final time? Like 2 minutes or 2 minutes 10 seconds?
2 minutes.
Okay, and one more thing, I'm sorry to disturb you, but like I'll start directly. I will not like explain what I'm I'm delivering the speech from Ellen DeGeneres, so I won't be saying that in my speech. I will like start directly. Okay, thank you. Just tell me when to start. So thank you, President Cowan, Mrs. President Cowan, distinguished guests and distinguished guests. You know who you are. Honored faculty, this creepy Spanish teacher. So I didn't go to any college, and when I passed high school, I wasn't having any ambitions. I was a bartender, I was a waitress, I painted houses, I sold vacuum cleaners, and when I was your age, I didn't know who I was. And for example, when I was your age, I dated men. So all I'm saying is that when you will grow older, most of you will be gay. Is anybody writing this? parents. So I hadn't been doing stand-up, and I decided that I'll do it on Tonight Show with Johnny Carlson. He was the king at that time, and several years later, I was the first and only woman to sit down with him. And later on, I received a sitcom, but I held this secret with me that I was gay, and I thought that if I let it out, people will just not watch me. But when I came out, it wasn't for any political agenda, and it was for me to free myself from this heaviness. And I thought that I should come out with it, to be honest. And when I came out, I lost my career, I lost my sitcom without me knowing. But I kept receiving these letters from these young kids who wanted to suicide but didn't because of what I did. Later on, I received a talk show. Now, when I look back, I do not want to change a thing because it is very important to be true to yourself. Yes, definition of success changes when you grow up. All I want to say is that be true to yourself. The most important thing is to live life with integrity, to not fall into peer pressure to be someone that you are not, and to just be yourself. I would like to conclude myself by saying that do not follow someone else's path unless you are in a jungle and you see a path, then definitely follow it. And don't give advice, it will come back to bite you. Don't take advice. So, my advice to you is be true to yourself. And now, to conclude my conclusion that I previously concluded, be yourself and show people your brain. If they like what they see, you'll have enough beads, then you know what to do with them. And if you don't remember anything that I say, just remember this: you will be okay. Dum, 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 dum. Just dance. That's it from my side.
Lovely performance, Azad. Thank you so much. Coming up right next is just give me a moment, is CC033.
Yes, myself Blessy from I am Kalyan College. So am I audible?
Yes, yes.
So I'll be presenting on the speech, Charlie Chaplin's final speech from The Dictatorship. Shall I start? Okay, thank you. So, soldiers, don't give yourself to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourself to this unnatural man machine with machine minds and machine hearts. You're not machines, you're not cattle, you're men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men. In you the people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. Thank you.
Very well said. I love that speech.
Thank you so much.
Coming up right next is CC021.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be delivering Patrick Henry's speech, Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death. This is no time for ceremony. The question before the House is one of awful moment to this country. For my own part, I consider it nothing less than a question of freedom or slavery. I have but One lamp by which my feet are guided, and that is the lamp of experience. I know of no way of judging the future but by the past. That insidious smile with which our petition was lately received, trust it not, sir, it will prove a snare to your feet. Suffer not yourselves to be betrayed with a kiss. Are fleets and armies necessary for a work of love and reconciliation? Have we shown ourselves so unwilling to be reconciled that force must be called in to win back our love? We have petitioned, we have remonstrated, we have supplicated, we have prostrated ourselves before the throne. Our petitions have been slighted. Our remonstrances have produced additional violence. Our supplications have been disregarded, and we have been spurned with contempt from the foot of the throne. They tell us, sir, that we are weak, too weak to cope with so formidable an adversary. But when shall we be stronger? Will it be the next week or the next year? Or will it be when we are totally disarmed and a British guard is stationed in every house? Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace. The war has actually begun. Is life so dear or peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? I know not what course others may take. But as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Thank you.
Wow, I have goosebumps. That was very well done. If I could say so myself. Coming up right next is CC'81. CC'081.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
I'll be reiterating Tryst with Destiny by Jawaharlal Nehru. So yeah, here I go. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. At the dawn of history, India started on an unending quest, and trackless centuries are filled with the striving and grandeur of her successes and her failures. Today, we end a period of ill fortune, and India discovers herself again. The achievement we celebrate today is a step, an opening of opportunity for all the triumphs and achievements that await us. Are we brave enough? Are we wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? That future is not one of ease or resting, but of incessant striving, so that we might fulfill the pledges that we have so often taken and the one we shall take today. The service of India means the service of millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty, disease, ignorance, and the inequality of opportunity. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation was to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but so long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. To the people of India, whose representatives we are, we make appeal to join us with faith and confidence in this great adventure. This is no time for petty or destructive criticism, no time for ill will or blaming others. We must build this noble mansion of free India where all her children may dwell. Thank you.
I feel like I was back in 1947, August of 1947. Wow. Wonderful. Okay, coming up right next is CC'099.
Yeah, just a second. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
All right. So I would be reorating Eleanor Roosevelt's adopting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. All right. Should I start?
Yes.
Mr. President, fellow delegates, the long and meticulous study and debate of which Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a product, proves that it is a reflection of a composite view of many men and government who have contributed to its formulation. Not every man, nor every government can get what he wants in a document of this kind. There are many flaws and things that we are not satisfied with. And it is true that it would not be satisfied with other delegations as well. But even if we continue with our labors over the years, it would remain true. Taken as a whole, the delegation of the United States believes that it is a good document, even a great document, and we have our full support to it. The position of the United States on various parts of the declaration is a matter of record in the third committee. And I shall not burden the assembly with the re-oration of that statement again. In giving our approval to its declaration today, it is to be kept clearly in mind the basic character of the declaration. It is not a treaty. It is not an international agreement. It is not and is not purported to be a base statement of basic principle of law or legal obligation, but it is a statement of basic principle of human rights and freedom, which is to be approved by the General Assembly by a formal vote of its members, to be served as a common standard of achievement for all the people of all the nations. Thank you.
That was really beautifully said. Coming up right next is CC185. Sorry. Timer CC185.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to begin directly as well. I'm sorry, I do not want to be an emperor. That's not my business. We should live in happiness. We should live in each other's happiness and not in each other's misery. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, to men who despise you and slave you, who tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel. You are not machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the name of democracy, I say, we must all come together, we must unite, and we must fight. Fight for a new world, a decent world, a world where we can all live together in happiness, a world where men get a chance to work, a world where old age gets security, a world where the youth get a future. The brutes make these promises over and over again, but they never fulfill them. So it's time that we come together and we fulfill these promises. Let us come together and fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress leads to the happiness of all men. Soldiers, let us unite and fight in the spirit of democracy. Thank you.
Superb. Coming up right next is CC210. Oh, sorry, my bad. CC201. Timer CC201.
Yes, noted.
CC201, are you here?
I'm really sorry for the delay.
No problem, no problem.
I welcome you all to what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in our nation's history. Five score years ago, the great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Proclamation of Emancipation. But 100 years later, the blacks are still not free. Even after 100 years, the black lives are stricken by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. We have come here to dramatize the shameful condition. We have come here to remind America of the real urgency of now. Now is the time to make real promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark, desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. My dear friends, I know we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, but I still have a dream. My dream is deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. I have a dream that one day my children will live in an America where they won't be judged for the color of their skin, but the content of their character. When this happens, when we let freedom ring from every village, from every hamlet, from every city and every state, we speed up to that day when all of God's children, black men, white men, Jews and Protestants, join hands and sing, free at last, thank Almighty, I am free at last. Thank you.
Coming up right next is NCP 3491. NCP 3491. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm going to call out once again NCP 3491. One last time, NCP 3491. All right, moving ahead, CC 231. 231. CC 231. Are you there? Okay, next is CC 238. CC 238. CC 238, calling again. CC 238. Okay, moving forward, NCP 1167.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be reorating the last speech from I am sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jews, Gentile, black men, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has ghost-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than machinery, we need humanity. Cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, "The kingdom of God is within man, not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men, in you." The people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us tell all to unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give you a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill this promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave those people. Now let us fight to fulfill this promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, the heat, the intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. Thank you.
Thank you, Fida. Coming up next is NCP 1403. NCP 1403. Manav, I think that's you, but I think there's something wrong with your code.
My code is 1472.
1472?
Yes. Am I correct?
It's 1403.
Okay, so can I continue my speech if you don't mind?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Manav, and I'm going to re-orate the speech by King Martin Luther. I have a dream. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 5 years ago, a great American, in whose symbolic shadow we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous degree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flame of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long nights of our captivity. But 100 years ago, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. And so, we have come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. I have a dream, but my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the contents of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream today. Thank you.
Thank you, Manav. Coming up next is NCP 1. 1483.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can I leave this the meeting actually, because I got some urgent work from college.
I'll get right back to that. Please don't disrupt the flow of the event.
Yeah, okay, sure. Sorry.
Coming up right next is NCP 1483. NCP 1483. That's Arnav Gogri. Calling again. NCP 1483. That's Arnav Gogri. One last time. NCP 1483. Okay, no problem. Till then I see CC231. So CC231, your slot has already passed, but you can still go ahead right now.
Okay. So मेरा turn है. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes. Timer, please.
Yes.
CC231.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I'll be like speaking about I Have a Dream from Martin Luther. So I have a dream that this life will give you happiness. I have a dream that this success will give you, this struggle will give you success. I have a dream that in the period of bad time, God will be your savior. I have a dream that you will get the real freedom. I have a dream that this life will give you the best starter. I have a dream that the evil inside you will die. I have a dream that your love will be real and pure. I have a dream that your failure will make you more strong. I have a dream that your problems will get cured easily. I have a dream that all the people will be treated as equal. I have a dream that they will be not judged by the color of the skin, but by the content of their character. We will fight all the challenges together. I have a dream, and this is my hope. This is my faith. And so even though the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. I have a dream that I will encourage and motivate and inspire people. I have a dream that you will be unstoppable. I have a dream that everything is in a hope and a faith. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Coming up right next is NCP 4092. NCP 4092.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
The Great Dictator Speech by Charlie Chaplin. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That is not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. We don't want to hate or despise one another. In this world, there is room for everyone. And the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost our way. Greed has poisoned men's soul and barricaded the world with hate and has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. To those who hear me, I say, do not despair. The bitterness that is now upon us is but the passing of greed. Soldiers, don't give yourself to these brutes. Men who drill you, diet you, treat you like cannon fodder. Don't give yourself to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine hearts, with machine souls. You are not machine, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. So let us fight to uphold that promise, to fight for a new world where science and progress lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. Thank you.
Thank you, Kush. Now, before we move ahead, we would like our call upon Ruchi to screen share a small little ad segment for you all.
Yes, Kate, I will share the audio visual. I'm not able to share the screen.
Try again, please.
Just a second. Can you see my screen?
No, Ruchi.
I think there's some technical issue. Yeah, I'll share it once again. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ruchi. Now, without further ado, coming right in is NCP 1812.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. I'll be starting now. Okay. Could you tell me when I'm up?
Sorry?
Could you tell me when I must start?
Yes, you may start.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. And now the time has come when we shall redeem our pledge, not fully or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes, but rarely in history, when we step from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment, we take a pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and to the still larger cause of humanity. At the dawn of history, India has begun on her unending quest and has cracking centuries that are filled with her striving and grandeurs of her failures and success. Through ill and good fortune alike, she never lost sight of that quest and has never forgotten the ideals that gave her strength. Today, we end a period of misfortune and India discovers herself again. We The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening to an opportunity of great triumph and achievement that awaits us. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenges of the future? Today, I'm so sorry. Thank you. I forgot what I was going to say next.
No problem. That was a wonderful piece. So thank you. Coming up right next is NCP 2019.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a dream by Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that every valley shall be exalted and every mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last. Thank you.
Thank you, Kshitij'. Coming up right next is NCP 4330.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. My name is Divyan Kapoor, and I'm going to narrate the speech Tryst with Destiny given by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now is the time when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly, nor in full measures, but very substantially. At the stroke of midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from old to new, when an age ends, and when the soul of nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this sole moment, we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and to the still larger cause for humanity. The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening for opportunity to the greater triumphs and achievements that await us. Freedom and power bring responsibility. The responsibility rests upon this assembly, a sovereign body representing the sovereign people of India. Nevertheless, the past is over, and it is the future that beckons us to now. The service of India means the service of millions of people who suffer. It means the ending of poverty and ignorance and disease and inequality of opportunity. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye that may be beyond us,
But as long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will never be over. These dreams are for India, but but they are also for the world. For all the nations and people are too closely knit together today for any one of them to imagine that it can live apart. To the people of India, whose representatives we are, we make an appeal to join us with full faith and confidence in the great adventure. This is no time for pity and destructive criticism, and no time for ill will and blaming others. We have to build a nation. We have to build a noble mansion of free India where all her children may dwell. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, coming up next is NCP 2783. NCP 2783. Are you here? NCP 2783. Calling again, NCP 2783. All right, I'm going to call out NCP 1483 again if you're here. NCP 1483. This is the final call. NCP 1483. All right. CC 238. CC 238. One last time. CC 238. One more time. CC 238. All right, so now looks like that was the last performer for today. Thank you so much, guys, for attending.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but my name wasn't called, I think. I had slot number 5.
Slot number 5? I think your name was called. All right, then. CC075.
Oh, can I start?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hello, this is Somyajit Das, and I would like to give the Great Dictator speech by Charlie Chaplin. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That is not my business. I do not want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jews, Gentile, black men, white. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's soul, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The hate of men pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment you like lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you like cannon fodder. Do not give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine mind and machine hearts. You're not machines, you're not cattle, you're men. You have the love of humanity in your heart. Do not fight for slavery, fight for liberty. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world. that will give men
All right, thank you so much. Is there anyone that has been left? I don't think so, but in case there has been some error.
Did the video go off?
No, you were
Did
fine.
the video go off?
No, you were fine.
Oh, the video showed that it went off. I'm so sorry.
No problem, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to call out the 3 people again in case you are back. CC'238. Final call for CC'238. All right. NCP'1483. Final call. NCP'1483. All right. NCP'2783. Final call for NCP'2783. All right, guys. Thank you so much for a lovely event. And we are officially at the end of the event. Your entries will be judged by our esteemed judge shortly, and you will soon receive the qualifications. The organizing committee will give you a call if you qualify into phase 2. 12 people from here will qualify into phase 2. So, congratulations for making it so far, and I wish you all the very best for the next round to come. Thank you for a lovely performance and a lovely event. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lovely hosting.
Thank you. All right, I would like to announce our sponsors. I would like to take a moment to appreciate that their help and their support has brought us and has helped us organize this extravaganza. Our title sponsor is Moj. Moj is one of India's biggest social networking syndicates and and hosts a wide range of users from all over the world. Over 72 million active users utilize this platform to showcase their dance numbers and top-notch fashion trends to life hacks and witty clips. Moj has got the best of all genres, and the app is indeed a flourishing establishment. Partner clauses: KLM Marketing, Ayurveda Partner, Kensho, Vitality Partner, Satchel Bags and Accessories, Handbag Partner, Bajoria Construction Company Private Limited, Real Estate Partner, Fitwell Corporation, Manufacturing Partner, Itihasikala, Handicrafts Partner, FE, Mask Partner, Himalaya, Wellness Partner, Hetal's Art, Creatives and Fine Arts Partner, Galaxy Office Automation Private Limited, IT Solutions Partner, Cafe Illusions, Cafe Partner, Edelweiss, Insurance Broking Partner, Vibes, Urbanware Partner, XP Pen, Digital Arts Partner, Institute for Industrial Development, Business Events Partner. Also, special thanks to One Word, Holistic Tattva, Elan Accessories, Monk Story, and Credentials.